Happy 2nd of February. Il primo Mercoledi Moment of the month of February. Can you imagine? Today is Candlemas Day. It's also Groundhog's Day, but we're recording this on Monday, so I can't report to you if the groundhog has seen a shadow or not. But certainly we can say that the light of Christ eliminates all shadows and brings us into the presence of God. Today is the 40th day of Christmas. And so today at the shrine we are celebrating the great Feast of Candles. We're going to bless candles. We are going to have a procession this evening at 6 p.m. into the church carrying candles to commemorate the day where Mary and Joseph presented Jesus in the temple 40 days after he was born. We have this wonderful icon that has been given to us here that presents that very image. There you can see in that icon Mary and Joseph. And then you see Simeon, the old man, holding the baby. And in between Mary and Joseph, you see another woman who is Anna. Anna, to all the Annas in the listening audience, happy feast day, Anna. Happy feast day, Simeons. Happy feast day, Marys and Joseph. Today is a wonderful day when the Lord enters his temple. The Orthodox call it the day when the Lord meets the people, meets us in the temple of glory, the light of revelation for all the nations and the glory of your people, Israel. So, happy feast day. The icon is featuring Joseph way at the end, and I'd like to say a couple things about St. Joseph, because good news, next month, and I will speak about this in an email you'll get and a letter. Next month, we are going to celebrate the St. Joseph Festival on Sunday, the 20th of March. Now, we're not going to have a big St. Joseph table because still of the COVID. After both Masses, the 8:30 and the 11, we're going to go downstairs and we're going to have coffee, some juice, some water, and of course the Zeppoli di San Giuseppe. That will be at least getting us back into that wonderful event that has so touched so many of our hearts for all these years. We just want to be really safe during all of this. And the question is, why do we celebrate the Feast of St. Joseph? Why? Well, St. Joseph was always very, very special to me as a kid. In fact, there was a statue of St. Joseph that was in the church when I was growing up, Our Lady of Mount Carmel Church. That was the place I always beelined my way to when I went into church for a visit. The statue is a very affectionate statue of St. Joseph leaning his head onto the head of the baby Jesus. It was a very touching statue where you see St. Joseph in his gentle humanity. And so throughout all the years, St. Joseph has had a very special part to play in my life. When I was a kid, I used to say Mass as a kid all the time. It was something that kids did when I was growing up and still do. And I named my little chapel the Chapel of St. Joseph. And it was a wonderful memory, actually, because St. Joseph was the foster father of Jesus, the husband of Mary, but the caretaker of his family. With Mary, they both raised Jesus together. Joseph in his little carpenter shop, you can almost see. Joseph was someone who, as he rested his head affectionately on the child Jesus, was someone that we could also turn to rest his head on us in difficult moments. And certainly in difficult moments of my life, I would always turn to St. Joseph. In fact, on the altar there was an altar cloth, and it said, Ite ad Joseph, go to Joseph. And so the church invites us to honor St. Joseph as someone that we go to if we're sick, if we find ourselves needing help finding a job in our work. St. Joseph is there when there is some trouble in our families. Turn to Joseph, ite ad Joseph. And also on another side, Joseph is also because he was a carpenter and because he was running the household in Nazareth, he's patron saint of selling houses. And we have these St. Joseph Sell My House kits that I was informed that really work. But you got to do it the right way, because you dig the hole and you put the statue facing down, kind of like you're punishing him, which I don't like. But you put him down and then you say a prayer. And then when he sells your house, you dig it up, you wash it off and give it a place of honor inside your new house. And people tell me that it really works. And one woman said, however, but it backfired for her because she, instead of burying it upside down, she buried it sideways, and the house next door sold. How do you like that? Anyway, St. Joseph is also the patron saint of homes, of families, but also of selling our houses where we build new memories for our families in new homes. And then certainly St. Joseph was there when we die. He's the patron saint of the dying. Why? Because St. Joseph, when my death is near, come bending by my side. For Jesus and his mother bent to help you when you died. St. Joseph, the story is that when Joseph was dying, Jesus and Mary were there. And so when we died, Joseph is the patron saint of the dying, to be there with us as Jesus and Mary were there when he died. And so we celebrate all that, the way that Joseph is kind of part of this light that we bear on this feast of the presentation of the Lord. St. Joseph is the light that we bear. And certainly I am so happy. I'm so happy that we can do something this year on the 20th of March, the day after his feast day. Something here at the shrine to continue what was always the highlight for me of the entire Lenten season, the entire winter months, was the wonderful way we had 600 people come through these doors of our shrine and into the shrine hall to celebrate with food and this gala of St. Joseph. One other thing I'd like to say about candles is that today, February 2nd, we also celebrate the Candlemas Day, where we bless candles. And the first thing that the church does with candles is tomorrow, the Feast of St. Blaise, where we have our throats blessed with candles. And if you recall from last year, we still have this wonderful blessing of the candles where we bless throats. And last Sunday, Father Pizzo did some of this already for us. And tomorrow, we will also bless throats here for the Feast of St. Blaise on February. The 3rd is his feast day. And may our throats be consecrated so that, like St. Joseph, our words may be gentle and affectionate and strong and loving and wise. So happy February. By now, after you see this, you can check the news and see if the groundhog has seen its shadow. Hopefully, there won't be 60 more days of winter. In fact, they're predicting that on this first Mercoledi Moment of February, it's supposed to snow today and tomorrow. So anyway, blessings on you all. Mark your calendars for March the 20th, and I'll look forward to seeing you as we honor this great man, St. Joseph, whose head rests on ours with great affection.